What up everyone, Clayton here, and today we're going to talk about more of the possible locations for the next Elder Scrolls game, which I'm misdubbing Elder Scrolls 6. Today we're going to be talking about Hammerfell. 2 weeks ago we talked about Altmer Dominion, and like in that video, this is just opinion. There's no information released if this is true or not. This is me kind of brainstorming some ideas about it. But anyways, last week I gave some lore about Hammerfell, so make sure to watch that video because I'm going to reference some of the stuff in that, and it might just be easier for you to understand some of the stuff I'm talking about, because I talk about different factions and different stuff that relate to Hammerfell that you might not know about, and I put it in that video here, and I'll probably leave a link right here. So there is a high possibility that Hammerfell could be the next location for the Elder Scrolls game. I think this is probably one of the highest possibilities. I want Altmer and Minion to be the location, but Hammerfell has a lot of things going for it that could make it the location of the next game. For one thing, Hammerfell has been a part of wars since about the end of the Great War. At the end of the Great War between the Empire and the Altmer Dominion, which is between you hear about it in the end of Skyrim, where the Empire fought the Dominion because the Dominion really want to control Tamriel in the name of the Elves, and they were trying to make the Empire weak. Anyways, when the treaty was signed between the Empire and the Altmer Dominion, called the White Gold Concordat, the Empire gave up parts of the southern border of Hammerfell to the Dominion. Because of this, the Hammerfell and the Red Guards left the Empire because of the war. Because of that, and started a war between Hammerfell and the Dominion. For 5 years, the Dominion and Hammerfell fought, and eventually it ended in a treaty. But the Hammerfell and the Red Guards were the only nation to really hold back the Altmer Dominion, which I think this could be a major plot point in the next game. If they want to keep the Thalmor and the Altmer Dominion as the bad guys in the next game, they could have these two warring factions, the Altmer Dominion and the Hammerfell and Red Guards, fight together or fight against each other again. And if Skyrim, whatever way it came with the Empire or the Stormcloaks, might back them up and help them. This is only if the timeline of the next game comes out right after Skyrim. So yeah, I think that's really a possibility because Altmer Dominion, in my opinion, is the big bad guys, and I really think that they're going to be the ones that we're going to be fighting in the next games. Also, Hammerfell has two factions that have been in a civil war for many years. The civil war between them is the Crowns and the Forebearers, and when the Altmer Dominion attacked Hammerfell, they kind of became on the same side to fight this enemy. If things start heating back up between these two factions and a civil war again erupts in Hammerfell, this could kind of be like the Skyrim, where you had the Stormcloaks versus the Empire in a civil war. I don't know if they really want to do a civil war again, but there is tons of conflict that the player could play through. And there's a lot of the major plot points of the last game with the Altmer Dominion being kind of big bad guys. So this could possibly be a location, as well as there's possible DLC for this game. In Hammerfell, and the border between Skyrim and Hammerfell is Orsinium, which is the homeland of the Orcs, so you could have a DLC with the Orcs, as well as the Somerset Isles is kind of in the south coast region of Hammerfell. So if the Hammerfell and the Red Guards beat back the Altmer Dominion, you could in fact have a war in the Somerset Isles where they attack Somerset Isles, or something of that nature. As well as there is little islands off the coast of Hammerfell, such as Stros Mackay, and I think there's one in the Iliac Bay called Brittany. So there also could be locations for DLC, which people gotta kind of think of when they make new games. What other lanes could they explore after the game comes out in DLC? Another big clue that this could be the next location would be that Redguard was trademarked in most recently of 2012. When this was trademarked, people thought this was going to be a DLC for Skyrim, but it turns out nothing was really done for it. Also, I was talking to one of the viewers on a previous video talking about how that the trademark could be a way for them to make a new game, since Elder Scrolls 6 Hammerfell doesn't really have the same ring as Elder Scrolls 6 Redguard. And I was having this conversation with Deep Six. He also was talking about having the Somerset Isles as a perfect expansion if they wanted to do big expansions. And he agrees with me that the Thalmor or the High Elves are going to have a big presence in the next game. So I really think that Hammerfell could be this location, since maybe Skyrim and Hammerfell could team up against the Thalmor, so you could see the Nords coming in, backing up Hammerfell. And this could mean, what ending are they going with Skyrim? Are they going with the Imperials or have control of Skyrim? Or are they going with the Stormcloaks have control of Skyrim? If the Stormcloaks have control of Skyrim, they might not back up the Hammerfell and the Redguards, since, they don't really like outsiders. But if the Imperials get it back and have Skyrim under their wing and become a little bit more powerful, with the combined forces with the Empire and the Hammerfell and the Redguards, this could be a force where they could actually fight the Altmer Dominion and have a second Great War. And I think that could be also a major plot point of a second Great War. Also, during this second Great War, you still have these two factions in Hammerfell, the Crowns and the Forebearers, kind of at tension towards each other. So the player might have to, help both sides stay calm and not fight each other. So I think this would be a perfect place, and there's tons of place for expansions, and we're right next to where Skyrim, so that's like the next logical step towards the Altmer Dominion. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys kind of get what I'm talking about, why Hammerfell could be a location for the next game. I know in these videos I don't really go very long talking about it, but I just kind of want to give you guys some ideas and what you kind of brainstorm, what you guys brainstorm some ideas about where the next game could be. And I'm not really here talking about oh, they could do this in Hammerfell, or oh, they have scimitars, curved swords and shit. But I'm just gonna say, point at the facts, why this could be a cool place to be, and point some of the facts that Bethesda does have a trademark for Redguards, and this kind of stood out to everyone when this happened, because it's kind of strange just to do Redguards and not everything else. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, guys. And this is Clayton, signing out.